Hi Bill, we're here at the Comstock Ferry Anniversary celebration with Bill McRare. Bill is from Missouri. Southern Missouri. And Bill attends the festivals at Baker Creek in Mansfield, Missouri. Bill has also been to the National Heirloom Exposition in California, Santa Rosa, California, and now Connecticut.
I wouldn't have missed it.
So Bill, tell us your passion for pure food. Give us a little background as to how you have this passion for pure food.
I have been very active in the state of Missouri over the last 20, 25 years in the production of food, principally by the plain people, the Amish, the Mennonites, and the Mormons,
Right.
helping them improve their proficiency, productivity, without impacting their lifestyle, bringing them into the newer selections.
Right.
We do not and will not, under any circumstance, plant a GMO, either modified or engineered, and we, using selections by various researchers across the nation, have been able to provide a great increase, and principally selling that either on the farm or farmers markets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't it really important to buy food that's grown locally? Organic is important, but isn't local as important?
Local is very important because shipped food has two principal drawbacks. One, of course, is its age.
Right.
As soon as a fruit or a vegetable is picked, it begins to deteriorate.
Right.
You're starting to lose the nutrients, the minerals, that type of thing. And the longer it sits in transit, and particularly if it's not properly stored at the warehouse or the retailer, you're getting truly inferior fruit. So your local fruit has that freshness. Now, the fruit and vegetables that you receive that's been shipped has been bred for shelf life and shippability. And that food does not have the nutrients, the vitamins that locally grown food. Many, many tests and many, many laboratory analyses have proven that locally grown food in the ground or hydroponic even is far, far superior. The body can tell the difference.
Right.
The body tells the mind.
Right.
And one of the problems is that when you have nutrient food or food that's short on nutrients, you eat more.
Right.
And one of the problems, of course, when you eat more is you weigh more.
Right.
So, yes, locally grown food is vitally important.
So this almost seems like it's a no-brainer. I mean, the way our culture has gone, we've developed these hybrids and we've developed these genetically modified foods, and really it's not agreeing with our system.
That's very true. In fact, a year ago, the President's Council on Cancer issued its annual report, and for the first time, a governmental agency or group issued a report that said, in truth, the food you are eating is killing you. Did you see that publicized? Did you see it headlined? No, because the commercial food industry immediately put a stop on that.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So the bottom line is, the food you purchase locally is more nutritious. The food you purchase locally is going to be more flavorful, right? So it's flavor and nutrition. And if you can get organic, it's even better. But buying local is the most important factor. You're supporting your local farmer too, right?
That's true. Without supporting the local farmer, eventually there's not going to be the availability of that food.
Right.
Very true. The major problem, or one of the major problems, is that many of the housewives perceive that it requires more time, more effort to work with local food. But if she would recognize the importance to her family, to those growing children who are still developing physically, she would take that time. She would make that time so that she could more beneficially feed her family.
Right, and create a good foundation for their future life. Right.
Go ahead.
Please, Bill.
I am going to make a statement here that I think will definitely happen. Because of our outsourcing of food, if we continue to do so as we're doing, if we don't support that local farmer, if we don't increase the acreage locally, the number of people growing locally, I would tell you that within 10 years, you are going to see chaos and panic in the streets, because the average city, in the grocery store on the shelf, in the distribution warehouse, in the trucks that are coming into that distribution warehouse, has a total of 2.5 days of their food supply. If that were to be interrupted, you are going to see no law in the streets, because without food, there is no law.
Boy, that's an interesting thought. I mean, when you think of it, that really emphasizes the importance of people growing their own food, right? And it also emphasizes the youth in the schools. If the kids get out there and grow the food, and that can be fed into the cafeterias, they're eating local foods, they're eating local fruits and vegetables, and this is going to build a healthier youth force, and also it teaches these kids as to where the food comes from.
Yes, there's two things there, if I may inject. One, and the most important, of course, is teaching those children where that food comes from and how to grow it if they need to grow it. And the other is that it instills a work ethic in those children that they've never experienced for the most part, and it also provides their education and their parents' education in the effort, labor, and time it takes that farmer to grow it, so that they can understand the justification of the cost of that food. Our food in America, you'll hear often quoted, is the cheapest food in the world, but it's not the cheapest. It's expensive. Why? Because number one, you pay for it once at the grocery store checkout counter, and through the U.S. Department of Agriculture, you're providing all of these subsidies, all of these assistance programs, not only to the farmer, but to the processors. Thousands, millions of dollars are being paid out annually, and that is why our taxes are so high, and why, in truth, if you truly analyze it, our food is terribly expensive.
Right.
But more importantly, we need to start learning how to grow on an individual basis, how to preserve. Freezing is not the answer. It's quick and convenient, but what happens when your electricity goes out?
Right, good point. Well, listen, Bill, thank you for chatting with us.
Thank you for asking me.
We look forward to seeing you at the National Heirloom Exposition.
I will be in Santa Rosa,
California in September.
My reservations are already made.
Super. Thank you, Bill. Okay, thank you.